Hello and welcome back to another coins to collect video, and today I'm going to share with you some of the amazing coins I got from the Royal Mint on my most recent Royal Mint trip. But before I can go into any of these coins, just need to tell you to keep watching to the end. The second half of this video is me and Andy, Coin Cupboard. We're just chatting about some of the little tidbits and gossip that we picked up during our Royal Mint tour. Some really exciting news, and some news that might just blow your coin brain wide open. So yeah, went down to Wales, just outside Cardiff, Llantrisant, Wales, where the Royal Mint is, and we picked up some coins. I met my really good friend Andy from Coin Cupboard, and we hung out for about 3 days and had a real good laugh. Really enjoyed it. We obviously arranged to do this trip the first week of the new year so we could pick up the new 2023 annual set, but it's been delayed. You can buy it now, but it's not available for another sort of 8-10 weeks or something like that. So that's a bit of a shame, because last year I did a live stream from the Mint the first day they were opened of 2022, and I was the first in line, and I was the first one to get my hands on the new annual set, and I was so chuffed. I was really happy to do it, really happy to get there, and I'm wanting to do the same thing this year, but sadly the Royal Mint have got other plans, so hopefully we can do it again next year. But anyway, but regardless of having the annual set there or not, we had a good time, we had a ball. Where do I start? Right, so Friday morning, 9:15, as soon as the doors are opened, I'm in there. Alright, in the vain hope that maybe there'll be a copy of the new annual set, maybe possibly on the shelf. No, of course not. But anyway, there's lots of things to look out for, little things that have changed about the Mint, which is kind of cool. So yeah, they've updated some of the seating, for instance. They've got the portrait or the mosaic of the Queen next to the MIDI, and a few things in the shop that have changed around as well. So while I was in the shop, actually, Andy suggested I'd get one of these, and this is the Four Nations £5 coin, and it is a cracking coin. So it's a Four Nations 22 base proof coin, and it does exactly what it says on the tin. It is the Four Nations represented on the £5 coin. It's the same design they used on the 2016, the final round £1. It's got a mintage of 7,500, so that's it, a maximum mintage of that. I haven't bought one of these before. It used to be the £20 coin Welsh Dragon ones. They did one every year. I didn't get any of those, but I did get this one this year, which is kind of cool, I think. Love that design, cracking design, beautiful coin. Very happy, very happy. So did a little look around the shop, paid for my Strike Your Own coins, went on the tour, had a great time on the tour. Our tour guide was absolutely amazing, really good, one of the best, if not the best. Me and Andy found out some really juicy gossip while I was on that tour. So, like I say, second half of this video, a bit like a podcast kind of thing. Please stay to the end, watch that. It'll blow your mind, possibly, maybe. Anyway, on the tour, we obviously picked up our Edward Jenner Strike Your Own coin, and I didn't know he created the vaccine for smallpox. I never knew anything about him until I got this coin. It's an innovation of science coin, and previously they've all been 50p's, haven't they? So I think this is the first innovation of science £2 coin. And of course it's the first one with the King's portrait. Cool, very nice. I bought 6 of these in the end. They're £7.50 each. On the Friday I could only buy a maximum of 3, so £22.50 I paid for 3, and then Saturday we got another 3 coins, and I've already sold 3 on eBay, made a little bit of profit. You know, I hate doing that, you know, getting the Strike Your Owns in, chucking them on eBay straight away, but it helps fund the channel. helps fund my weekend down to the Royal Mint, so needs must. It can be an expensive weekend, so that's how I justify that. Anyway, did the tour, got the coin, and then the same tour guide was in the shop, and I'd walked past her and she was standing at the till, and she said, "Oh, I've got some change in the till if you want." And I'm like, "Well, sorry, no, I'm not buying anything." "What?" And she looked at me, I twigged, "Oh, hang on, let me go and get a postcard." Bought the postcard, and she got me lots of change out of the till. These 4 I found throughout the weekend. I got these in my change at the Royal Mint tour. But on the Friday, sorry, she did give me in my change a memorial coin with, of course, the King on the obverse. So that was cool. And then later on, I think it must have been on the Saturday, I got a Shakespeare's Tragedies in the till. Couldn't think what it was called for a second. So that's kind of cool. Andy brought down for me a couple of sealed bags of Pride coins. So very nice. You can see that, the Pride coins. So thanks, Andy. Got a couple of those. We went out Friday night, me and Andy. We went down to Barry Island, down to the arcades, and we did a 10p coin hunt. And we went back to the hotel, went through all our 10p's, 1,000 10p's, and we got quite lucky. I found, while I was changing up my money, I found an Olympic. We found 3 10p's, one of them 2018, and we also found a American steak quarter in our change. So that video coming up very soon, in the next few days, hopefully maybe Wednesday of this week. Anyway, so that's those coins, postcards, straight over. Now on the Saturday, I also was very fortunate to meet up with the very nice Mr. Rich H, and I'd organised with him for him to get me some Strike Your Ohms because he lives near the Mint. So I couldn't get down for the Harry Potter Strike Your Ohm coins, and he actually got me the Harry Potter Strike Your Ohm and the Hogwarts Express Strike Your Ohm, and a little album, little collector's album, what they call it. Oh yeah, the collector album for the Harry Potter coins. So now I've got 2 more to get. I've got Dumbledore and Hogwarts to get, and I've got a nice little set in an album there, so that's kind of cool. Also got to meet up with another great friend, Al from Absolute Coins. Terrific bloke, great to have a chat with him, so knowledgeable, just great to hang out with him for a couple of hours, so fantastic to meet him. Right, so there you go, that's it. Me and Andy gossiping is coming up next. Trev and Andy's podcast bit. Enjoy. Right.
We're going to wait till we finish emptying the bins first.
Yes.
So what are we going to talk about today?
Well, we just come out of the Mint.
I'm out of practice.
We just come off the tour, and we had the tour with the lovely, by far the best tour guide that we think. And we'll talk about some of the gossip. Okay. I think the coast is clear, the noise has stopped, there's ladies emptying the bins. So anyway, me and Andy are sitting outside of the Royal Mint Experience. We've just come off the tour.
Sun's just out, it's roasting hot. It's like tropical
Wales. Anyway, he hasn't got a jacket on, so we're going to do this really quick, but I wanted to just talk about some of the little gossip that we picked up from our tour guides before we forget about it. So yeah, we just done the tour. We got the new Strike Your Ohm. It's the Edward Jenner £2 coin. First Strike Your Ohm Prince Charles, King Charles.
£2 coin.
Yeah, £2 coin. And on the edge inscription it says "Innovation in Science," which I thought, hang on a minute, aren't they meant to be 50p's in Innovation in Science? So probably the first Innovation in Science £2 coin that I can think of. Anyway.
I still never looked it up yet.
No? No, I had a quick look on Change Checker app,
yeah,
and I couldn't. The only one that comes close.
Yeah,
but the only £2 coin that comes close is the telephone, the Graham Bell. It's the only sort of
that
innovation.
that might be an innovation in science. One,
Yeah,
isn't
it doesn't
It's
say
no,
it
it's
on
no,
the-
it's no science. Really.
Not science, it's
no,
an
I can't
invention.
get this.
Anyway, so we had the love as our tour guides. Probably one of the best
Brilliant
tour
tour
guides.
guide, brilliant tour.
Absolutely brilliant.
Very knowledgeable.
We managed. When you go on the tour, they've changed the first room that you go to. If you have been on the tour, the first room is where they talk about the actual production of the coin, as in getting the metals and punching them and doing all the dyes and things like this. And that's changed a little bit, hasn't it? It's sort of, they've updated that a little bit inside. With
On the right hand side, there's a bit about King Charles and that there as well. It wasn't there before.
No.
So
it's changed a little bit.
Little interesting.
When we went into to see the factory floor, there was a lot more display of coins, silver
a few more
coins.
display cabinets. It's quite nice to see.
Yeah, so the other side of the glass is a lot different. Whole load of Olympics.
Yep, Olympic.
Proof Olympics.
Brilliantly circulated Olympics
Yeah.
too. Brilliantly circulated Kew.
There was a Kew Gardens. And what did you say? There's something special about the Kew Gardens?
So see, I heard them talking about it. If that, and there was alphabet 10 pences in there as well. And I think somebody asked the tour guide about are they in the mintage figures for the ones that were released in circulation, and she said no.
Oh wow!
So how are they in there? They must have struck them specifically for that display, which is quite crazy.
Yeah,
but they're not in the mintage figures, the ones that are there for the display. And I can't. And then there's a big bag of £1 coins there. And she asks what how many's in the bag.
Yes.
And 12. What was it?
12.75 or something.
Something like that. So if you get asked, it's like 12.
70 something. Just say 12.70. 12.79 or something. It was a big bag of pound coins, and it wasn't like a normal bag of coins you get from a bank. It was just a plastic bag filled up with £1,790 worth of pound coins.
Yeah.
Anyway,
like
that was quite cool to see.
For when they started minting coins at the Tower Mint or something like that. Whatever.
We went to do the Strike Your Aim, the coin, and me and Andy were last in the queue. And I said to Andy, I'm going to ask for some of these little finger condoms. The little finger gloves they put on there to stop the fingerprints going on the coins. And the lady in front of me must have heard me. First time she's ever been to the mint. And she asked, oh, can I have some of those little gloves, those little finger gloves? And the lady doing the strike had said, no. We'll have to give everyone some if you know.
And the fact the family in front of us, were getting 15 strike your own.
They got 15 strike your owns, this family. And I think they only had one each, and then the boy, the oldest boy is obviously into the coins. He's got a big fat wodge of coins in the bag, all his. We came out of there, we got back into the museum or the exhibition part of things, and we had a good 5-minute chat with and we got some really good gossip about the coins and why the annual sets are being delayed.
Yep, everything seems to be getting delayed.
Yep. So she said that it's been delayed because they couldn't get the blanks.
The blanks. Yep.
So
whether that means that they've not got the metal to get the blanks.
Yeah.
Which I presume is the only reason.
Yeah.
Because they've got all the technology here, I guess, they have to stamp the blanks out.
Yeah.
And that must just be a metal issue.
Yeah.
They're having
supply issue.
Yeah. I mean, if it's coming from abroad and they've put their prices up, maybe they're trying to negotiate prices. I don't know. I don't know the politics about it, but they've not got the blanks.
She said on the tour that they get all their metals from Tata Steel.
Yeah.
So maybe there's some supply issues with Tata Steel.
Yeah.
So that was why the annual sets have been delayed, or the definitives have been delayed.
The definitives are being
for
delayed
those sets
too.
Been delayed, yeah.
But we were trying to get it out, or if there is a change in the definitives.
Big news, yeah.
Yeah.
So we sort of think there might be a change of the reverse of the definitive coin. So maybe they'll be getting rid of the shield design. So we were trying to get that out of her, and she was like, "Well, they haven't told me anything," No. She said.
She says since the Queen has died,
Yes.
they are limiting access to everybody in places of the Royal Mint.
Yeah. So places where she was allowed to go before, since the Queen died, access has been denied from several key parts of the Mint. So there's top secret stuff.
For instance, she said she used to go down and get the dies for the Strike Your Own.
Yeah.
And she said she went to get another die, and they wouldn't let her get another die for that Strike Your Own machine in the tour. So she had to get somebody else to come down and change the die or whatever, or something along the lines of that.
Yeah.
It was a bit mad.
And then a bit after that, she let slip, I think, that because I was complaining about the annual sets not being available. We got a possible date from her that they might be in the shop, but I'm not going to tell you that. I'm keeping that a secret. No, you're right. There's cars racing past me.
I know.
You're all right, mate.
It's turned out a nice day now. At least the sun's out.
Did you enjoy your Strike Your Own, your Mint tour? It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you
going to prove it.
Yeah, if you ever come back again, the tour is always slightly different. So you always learn a little bit something different every time you come.
Yeah.
So there you go, good excuse to come back.
I think you were maybe on the tour afterwards. Were you on the 10:30 tour or? Yeah. Because I think we passed.
Yeah.
So the tour guide we had was what's her name? Really brilliant tour guide. So if you come again, you try and get because she's a really good tour guide. So. Have you been before? No, it's first time. Maybe.
Come again one day.
Yeah. See you
Cheers.
later.
Bye.
Bye.
So I don't know where we got up to. Sorry. I think the bombshell that she dropped, I think, that stood out for me is she was saying that. She goes, there's no definitives being struck with the King's portrait this year.
There's nothing being struck with the King's portrait. No, it says Queen's portrait. Sorry, the King's portrait this year. They did the 50 pences, the memorial, to get some out into circulation. But she said to us basically they are not going to strike anything. It looks they've not started anyway.
Yeah.
Striking anything for circulation with the King's portrait on it because they've got so much backlog in the back store. Up to, she says, they reckon they've got £90 million worth of stuff in the store with the Queen's head still on it, which still needs to be circulated.
Yeah. Because I said melt them down, just change them. She says no, they've been made, they've got to be used.
And then so we've got £90 million worth, right? 90 up to £90 million worth. She reckons they can hold £100 million worth, right? So let's say it's £90 million worth they've got in there. We've got Britannias that are still to come out. 2021s.
Yeah.
6.5 million Britannias. So there's £13 million worth of Britannias that are in there. What else is in there?
Amazing.
How many 2020 50 pences have they still got in there?
Yeah.
Shields. Millions and millions of pounds worth.
Yeah.
There could be a lot of majority of £1 coins in there. There could be £50 million worth of £1 coins in there.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows?
So there's definitely £13 million worth of
crazy amounts.
£2 coins in there.
But they've all got to be used. They've got to go out apparently at some point. It's bizarre, doesn't it?
So we were having a conversation. 2023 sets. Will they all be NIFC?
Yeah.
Will every coin in that be an NIFC?
Will every commemorative? Sorry, every. Hang
commemorative,
on a second.
Commemorative and definitive.
What commemorative coins are going to come out later this year? Right. And are they going to have the Queen's portrait on them?
If they've still got some in the back.
If they've already.
They could still have stuff in there for 2019 for all we know.
But so maybe, sorry Andy, I interrupted you, but maybe all the coins that are in the annual set and any definitive coins coming out in an album later on are all going to be, every single one of them, NIFC.
Potentially,
because she's saying there's no circulating
coming
back to coins being minted.
Coming back to 2019 shields, right? We see loads of them.
Yeah.
Maybe only half of them are in circulation just now. We were talking to a guy the day, he's been to the bank 5 times recently, and all he's got is sealed bags of 2019 shields. Still.
Disaster.
So they've still got to clear them out, probably. Maybe, who knows, maybe only half of them are in circulation just now. Maybe another half still to come out. And then we've got the 2020 shields to hit after that. Have they minted any for 2022?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Who knows? Mind
So
boggles.
there still could be £10 million worth of 50 pences in that
long
long store. Who knows?
Absolutely nuts.
Crazy, yeah. They were minting two.
Fascinating.
They were minting 2 rupee for Nepal today.
Yeah.
That's what they were doing.
It wasn't very busy in there. It was very
No,
quiet.
very
it didn't
quiet.
It seemed like there was 1 or 2 machines working.
Must
that
have
was
been
it.
break time.
Yeah.
10:30, 10 o'clock.
None of the guys in there were wearing ear defenders or anything, so I'm assuming it was quite quiet in there. But
Yeah.
there we go. Thanks, Andy.
No
We should make a
problem.
podcast out of this.
Oh, we could do like an Unhuntables or something like that.
Yeah.
Like something stupid.
Excellent. Right. Let us know if you want a podcast. Bye.
Bye.